What's up YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to a quick look of Logic Pro 10 or Logic Pro X. It was released yesterday in the App Store for $199.95, and it's fairly good. I mean, it's I've only been using it for about 10 minutes before I turn on the screen recorder, but from what I've been using it for 10 minutes, I feel pretty comfortable. I don't feel like it's brand new. I don't feel like it's taken Logic and did a complete twist like Final Cut Pro did. It actually feels very Logic but updated, which is a good sign. When you open up a Logic Pro, this is what you get. This is the look. It's a little different look than Logic, went for more darker gray tones. And you got a new window on the side here, but you can turn it off if you like to get the old Logic style look. But along the side here, this is your instrument and software instrument selector to select your different types of instruments, which is this right here. But like I said, you can turn it off if you don't like it. Right now I got electric piano loaded up, and I believe that is the default plugin that Logic opens up when you open up a software instrument track. Along the top, your transport bar. It used to be on the bottom, but now it is on the top. People might complain about that, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a difference. You got some tools over here that you'll probably never use. You'll probably only be using your shortcuts as you should. You should never hold this and then go with your mouse to select something. Shortcuts is key. This question mark right here, you got... if you ever open up Ableton, you ever played around with Ableton, and has this thing when you hover over something, it tells you what it is. Well, that's what this is. If you hover over something, it is telling you what it's all about, which is good. It actually teaches you a couple things about Logic. Cool feature in Logic that's new, Logic Pro X or Logic Pro 10. I'm just going to call it X from now on. And this is a quick look, guys, so I'm going to keep this video very quick. Smart controls, open that up. Whatever instrument you have, the smart control window is always going to be there. It's going to have certain parameters for you, and it basically brings out the important parameters for that plugin that you can quickly adjust to get a different tone or different sound or different whatever you're looking for that instrument to get the perfect sound that you're looking for. So in the electric piano, Logic designers decided that this was the most important parameters in that plugin for you. So you can quickly adjust the sound as you play. Which is pretty cool. You can go ahead and adjust as you're playing. And also what's really cool is that Logic, alongside Logic Pro X for your computer, has released a Logic Remote app for your iPad. I believe it's called Logic Remote. What's the word I'm looking for? Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's called Logic Remote, and what it basically does is controls Logic for you. So if you're in a mixer window, you can do some mixing on your iPad. If you're in a software instrument window, you can adjust your software instrument parameters on your iPad, which is pretty cool. I'm going to do a video on that and a tutorial on that later on. And as I get more comfortable with Logic Pro X, because as you guys, I am exploring Logic Pro X at the same time. So this is your mixer window, your cuts, your transports, the usuals, some usual stuff over here. This is your count in, so when you hit record, it gives you the 1, 2, 3, 4 before you hit record, and your metronome and your basic, just different icons, library, loops, notes, and your whatever is happening in your song. So fairly simple, the ground work is the same as Logic Pro 9, as you can see, but the visuals have changed. So this has changed a little bit from Logic. You got some nice blue highlights. Things have changed a little bit. If I hit X on my keyboard, you'll see the mixer window has actual pictures above it, and it just looks a little bit different. But like I said, very true to Logic Pro 9. You're not going to get lost like you were if you ever used Final Cut 7 to Final Cut Pro 10. So fairly simple, very cool. Let's go quickly and show you guys a couple new things that I enjoy in Logic, and that is the MIDI effects. So I'm just going to bring this out here so you can kind of get the whole new look of Logic. MIDI effects was introduced in this version of Logic, and it's actually fairly cool and will get your juices flowing once again. Or if you're in a rut, MIDI effects, I believe, was going to help you get over that rut. So I'm in the electric piano right now. So I'm going to show you the chord trigger. So the chord trigger MIDI effects is basically as it sounds. If you don't know how to play chords, Chord Trigger will play it for you by just hitting one note on your keyboards. Right now I got my keyboard out. Now, I haven't figured yet how to lock this chord trigger to the key that you're playing in, but I will figure out that for you. But you hit one note on your keyboard and it plays a chord in Logic. Fairly cool. You can also quickly learn a key. So if you already know what chords you want to play, but you're not fast enough for your hands on the keyboard, just select a note and draw in your chord that you like. And click learn off. And if I hit C, because that's what I programmed it on, it plays that chord on every octave on the keyboard. So that is the Chord Trigger MIDI plugin, sorry, MIDI effect. And you can change this. And the next one I want to show you is another cool one, which is called, if I remember, Transposer. Yes, this also is like Chord Trigger. If you don't know how to play music or you're not musically trained, you can just go to the default plugin, can't go wrong. Go in the key that you are playing in. So let's go C major. Maybe that's not a good one because it's let's go to D major. So let's say our song is in D major. This, you can't go wrong. If you hit any key on your MIDI keyboard to play out the melody for your song, you are never going to be out of key. Whatever note you hit, you are going to stay in key with that song because you can't go wrong. And this transposer will lock you into proper notes, so you can go ahead and stop worrying about all that music knowledge and just go with what you feel is right. So if you want to go higher on the keyboard, that's what you're going to do. If you want to go lower, that's what you're going to do. And I'm just randomly playing on my keyboard, not even looking at it. So you can't go wrong with this plugin, and you can play kind of cool melodies. If you don't know how to play but you want to stay in key, this, you can't go wrong. And that's why they called it Can't Go Wrong. Now also with MIDI effects, just like any other audio effect plugin, you can actually add multiples of it. So you can go ahead and add a chord trigger and a Can't Go Wrong, I guess, which I don't see the point in that. So poor example. But oh, you can add an arpeggiator. So if I want to stay in key but arpeggiate, so arpeggiator, if you've seen my arpeggiator tutorial how to do it in Logic Pro 9, you could kind of say that's a lot harder than this. This, you just bring in a MIDI effects plugin and you can arpeggiate. And you can go ahead and step it in as you like and select all the parameters you want. But for this quick look's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and select a preset. Maybe it's not the best instrument to do this on. Let's go ahead and bring in another instrument. I'm going to show you guys the retro synth, which is a new synth in Logic Pro. And here it is right here. By the way, guys, Logic has added this little thing right here, view. You can go ahead and change that to 100%. Or you can just drag it like this, like you used to in Logic Pro 9. But they added this little window over here. So that's with the arpeggiator MIDI effect, what you controlling our retro synth, and our transposer with the Can't Go Wrong preset. So I'm staying in key with my D major scale, which is fairly cool. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly change this to an EXS24. And the reason why I want to show you that is because I want to bring in a drum kit. Drums, acoustic drums. No, I want electronic. Let's go 808. So there is my hi-hat over there. I'm going to take out this. Don't want this. What I want to show you guys is the note repeater. In Logic Pro 9, a lot of people always want a note repeater like the MPC. Well, you got it. So this, you select how many times you want the note to be repeated. You can't actually hold the key down, which I kind of wish you could. Maybe you could, I don't know yet. But I want to hold down the key and release and let it stop. As of now, I don't know how to do that, but I will figure hopefully that out for you guys if it is at all possible. So you can just hit a note on your keyboard and let go, and it'll play for as many times as you selected over here. So I'm on the 16th, 32s. So as you can see, that's going to help out in your hip hop music when you want that fast kind of hi-hat hits. You can even go to 64. Pretty cool. That is the note repeater. Another cool thing that I'm going to show you guys is the drum kit designer. Now I haven't played with this yet, so I don't really know fully what it's all about, but from what it looks like, once I download all the extra content, that's 32 gigs large, you're going to have or be able to select drum kit and go through different sounds right within it. So that's the drum kit designer. Really cool. What else can I show you guys? Let's go ahead and just bring this back over here. So if I go to piano, grand piano, put smart controls, as you can see, it changes every time you change the instrument. So you have smart controls for pretty much every single sound. And for this retro synth, if I'm going to bring it up right here, this is actually pretty nice pads. I was playing with it before. The pads are really nice on it. Maybe not that one. I'm going to take off all this stuff. Sorry guys, I know I said those nice pads, but I didn't find a nice pad for you yet. There's a nice one. So that is Logic Pro X in a nutshell. I know I've missed a couple things. I didn't show you guys every new feature in Logic Pro X, like the audio scale lock feature. Basically, you can record audio, and then on the MIDI scale, the MIDI notes, you can actually drag the note to which you want the audio to be at, and it will stay on that, which is really cool. I forget what Logic calls that off the top of my head right now. And there's other cool features like that that I haven't showed you, which I will show you in future videos. If you have any questions on Logic Pro X before you buy it, you want to know a couple things, let me know in the comment section below. I'll answer as best as I can. And as usual guys, I will post videos on Logic Pro X and all the features and all tutorials and all good stuff that you could do in Logic Pro X, because it really is good. It feels like Logic Pro 9, and it just makes it a lot better, a lot beefier, and a lot more forward thinking. For more great videos, remember to subscribe. If you want Logic Pro X tutorials, subscribe as well, as you'll be seeing those as well. And yeah, so guys, I will talk to you when I talk to you, and see you when I see you. See you in the next video. Later guys.